What's going on YouTube, and welcome to another GTA 5 online video. So guys, in this video I'm going to tell you guys the best location for all biker businesses or MC businesses, and I'm also going to tell you guys which MC business is the best one and which one actually gives you the most profit, so you guys can actually use it. So this week we have the double cash on all the biker businesses, so I guess a lot of you guys actually want to know this information. And the first thing, of course, that you will need if you want to get a biker business, if you don't have one already, is a MC Clubhouse, and you can get the MC Clubhouse at the Maze Bank foreclosure site. Now the only thing that the MC Clubhouse is actually good for is that it actually is a spawn location. So this is actually very important because in the MC businesses you actually can't spawn. So for example, in the cocaine lockup you don't have the option to actually spawn there. So this might be a good thing to actually use. And of course you actually need it to buy all the biker businesses. So if you actually don't have MC Clubhouse yet, I actually recommend that you guys get one that's actually in the north of the map, and this one is actually a pretty good location. So it's only 200k, and if you don't have one yet, I actually really recommend that you guys get this one because it will give you a spawn location in that region, and most of the MC businesses that are actually good are also in that region. Now if you want one in the city, because that's also an option, not a lot of people actually like Sandy Shores that much, even though it is actually better. You can also get the one that I have, or just one that's close to the center of the city. So when you have the MC Clubhouse, just go to your PC, sit in front of it, and this is actually the only PC where you can actually buy all your biker businesses. Now for the best location for all the businesses, it's actually kind of the same logic. It's actually pretty simple. You want a business that is close to the opposite side of the map, because when you sell your product, you get a bonus if you sell it on the opposite side of the map. For example, if you have a business in the city, you will get a bonus if you sell it in Blaine County. If you have a business in Blaine County, you will get a bonus if you sell it in the city. So you want it to be close to the opposite side of the map. So this is why the Alamo C one is actually the best one for the cocaine lockup, and you guys will see that for the other businesses it's also the same logic. Now if you really want one in the city, so if you don't want one in the Sandy Shores area, just get the one in the city that is closest to the Blaine County area, and that will be the Morningwood one, the one that I have. Now the reason why I say that the Alamo C one is better than the Morningwood one, for example, because they're both close to the opposite side of the map, is because when you go from the city to Blaine County, it's always uphill, and it's actually pretty hard with the post-up vans and with the bikes and stuff like that. And when you go from Sandy Shores to the city, it's actually easier. So that's why I actually prefer Sandy Shores. So for the meth lab, the Grand Sonora Desert one I just showed you guys, it's actually pretty close to the cocaine lockup as well. For example, this one in the harbor, it's shit because it's very far from Blaine County and you will have to drive a long way, and your sale missions will actually take a lot of time. For the Counterfeit Cash, I actually have one in the Elysian Islands. It's not a good location because it's far from Blaine County, but I already have the upgrade, so I really don't want to change it. But if you don't have it yet, get one in the Grand Sonora Desert. So it's actually very close to the meth lab in Grand Sonora Desert, also very close to the cocaine lockup in the Alamo Sea area. So this is definitely the best location. So it's always the cheapest one actually for the cocaine lockup, for the Counterfeit Cash, for the meth lab. It's always the cheapest one. It's actually pretty good as well. And then of course you will have to get the upgrades. The upgrades are always the same price, doesn't matter which business that you actually get. If you really want one in the city, for all businesses, just get the one in the city that is closest to the Blaine County area. But I would actually recommend, if you don't have the businesses yet, if you don't have the upgrades, just get the ones that are in the Sandy Shores area. Now for the wheat farm and the Counterfeit Cash, it's kind of difficult because you don't have one that is in the Sandy Shores area. So for the wheat farm, I would actually recommend that you get the one in the city, so the most expensive one that is the closest to Blaine County, so the one that I have. Because the other ones, again, Paleto Bay, you always have one in Paleto Bay. This is not a good location. You always have one near the harbor as well. This is also not a really good location. So just get the one in the Vinewood Hills area. It's close to the Blaine County area. You do have the uphill, but it's much closer to the Blaine County area than the one in Blaine County is close to the city, if you know what I mean. So the one in Blaine County is not that close to the city, so it's actually not that good. Now for the document forgery, I'm gonna be real honest with you guys, just don't get it. There isn't really a good location for it. The one in Blaine County that is closest to the city is still not close, so that's actually the one that I have, and I still have to drive a very long way if I actually want to sell in the city. And for the one in the city that is closest to Blaine County, it's not that good of a location, it's not really accessible, it's also not really close to Blaine County, so I would just recommend that you guys just don't get the document forgery. It's also the worst MC business, so just don't get it. It's a waste of money, it's also a waste of time. Now for the best MC business, you guys probably already know it, it's the cocaine lockup. With the cocaine lockup you can sell stock for 420k, so this week that will be 840k if you have all the upgrades. It will be around 1k per minute that you actually earn with it if you have all the upgrades. Again, for the meth lab, it's actually 600 or 650 per minute, I think, so that's actually a lot less than the cocaine lockup. So the cocaine lockup is actually the best one by far, and I think it's around 370k actually for full stock. Again, the same as with the cocaine lockup, 2.5 full supplies that you will need for it, and it will take 6 hours. The cocaine lockup only takes 5.5 hours to actually fill up, so that's actually pretty good. Counterfeit cash, I think it's 294 with the upgrades, and it takes 5 hours, 2 full supplies that you need. And with the wheat farm, also 5 hours, also 2 full supplies, and it gives you 252k. So the cocaine lockup by far the best, the biggest profit, the fastest profit as well. The wheat farm, the counterfeit cash, and the meth lab also very good profit actually, especially with the double cash that we have this week. So make sure to get them as well actually, because you can actually earn a lot of money with them. The document forgery, just don't get it because it's shit profit. It actually doesn't give you a lot, and it's just a waste of time, especially if you buy your supplies. It's definitely a waste of time. So this week with the double cash, you guys can actually buy the supplies definitely because it's a big profit. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and peace out.